My modern and unstoppable seniors, here's a question we rarely ask out loud. Could something as simple and routine as the underwear you wear every day quietly be harming your health after 6? It's not exactly dinner table talk. Underwear is private, it's habitual. Most of us figure, hey, I've been wearing it my whole life, I've got this figured out. But sometimes, the things we've done the longest are the hardest to notice when they're no longer serving us. And, according to doctors and women's health experts who work with seniors every day, certain underwear habits that feel normal can slowly cause irritation, infections, and even emotional discomfort, simply because our bodies are changing in ways we didn't need to think about in our 30s or 40s. This video isn't about embarrassment. It's about self-respect, comfort, and small choices that protect your well-being. After all, you've lived through a lot. You've overcome decades of challenges. So why should something as basic as underwear cause you extra discomfort now? Let's walk through this together, with care, honesty, and solutions, because small changes, they can bring surprising relief. The first mistake, wearing synthetic fabrics daily. Start with one of the most common and misunderstood habits, wearing synthetic fabric underwear every single day. It sounds harmless, doesn't it? After all, synthetic materials like polyester, nylon, and spandex look smooth. They keep their shape, and they often come in those sleek, invisible styles that don't show under pants. But here's what most women don't realize after 60. Your skin changes. The skin in your most delicate areas becomes thinner, drier, and more sensitive with time and synthetic fabrics. They don't breathe. They trap heat and moisture, turning your underwear into a warm, damp space where bacteria and yeast absolutely thrive. And yes, you can get more infections. Just from this, many older women begin to experience recurring yeast infections or rashes and assume it's just a part of getting older. But often, it's the material, not your age. Why cotton makes a big difference after 60, unlike synthetics, 100% cotton underwear is breathable. It allows air to circulate, keeping things drier and cooler down there. And that's especially important when your immune system naturally slows down with age. Think about it. If your skin is thinner and more prone to friction, doesn't it make sense to choose a fabric that works with your body, not against it? And no, this doesn't mean you have to give up on looking stylish. There are beautiful cotton styles today that look just as flattering, without the irritation or the health risks. Linda's story and the wake-up call many women need. Let me share a story from a woman in our community, Linda. Age 68, Linda told us she used to wear lacy, synthetic underwear almost daily because they felt put together and invisible under her clothes. But she constantly felt itchy and damp by the end of the day. Her doctor kept prescribing creams and powders, but nothing solved the problem. One day, her daughter gently suggested trying breathable cotton briefs. Linda was skeptical. She thought they'd be bulky and unflattering, but within 3 days, she noticed the difference. No more irritation, no more odors, no more adjusting during the day. Now she swears by them, and the confidence that came back. She says that's what really surprised her. It's not about giving up, it's about caring up. Let's be real. Many older women feel like switching to cotton or more comfortable styles is somehow letting themselves go. But it's actually the opposite. There's real power in choosing what supports your health, your comfort, and your joy. When you're not constantly thinking about discomfort or itching or dampness, you carry yourself differently. You walk into rooms with more ease. You sleep better. You stop worrying about things that should have never been bothering you in the first place. So, ask yourself, are the underwear you're wearing today helping your body feel calm, dry, and cared for? If not, it might be time for a change. If this first mistake opened your eyes a little, drop a comment below with the number 1 so I know you're with me, my modern and unstoppable seniors. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, so you never miss these helpful insights from wellness for modern seniors. Now let's turn to another common but surprisingly harmful issue. Mistake number 2, underwear that's too tight or ill. Probably heard the phrase, beauty is pain. But by the time we hit our 60s and beyond, comfort becomes a form of self-love, not something to be negotiated. Yet far too many women still wear underwear that is too tight, rides up or digs into the waist or legs, all because we've grown used to a certain size or shape. And most of the time, we're not even aware it's a problem. But here's what no one tells you. Tight underwear can cause more than just a red mark. It can actually lead to circulation issues in the legs or lower abdomen increased pressure on the bladder, especially in women who already struggle with incontinence or urgency, groin chafing, and nerve discomfort in sensitive areas. And worst of all, digestive discomfort when tight waistbands compress the stomach. We're talking about more than fashion, we're talking about your gut health, bladder control, and long-term comfort. Your body is changing, and so should your underwear size. Here's a truth we don't say often enough. Your body is not supposed to look or feel like it did at 35, and that's okay. Hormonal shifts, muscle loss, and even medications can all affect how your body stores weight and water. So clinging to the same underwear size you wore a decade ago, just to feel in control, can end up making you feel worse every single day. It's not about letting yourself go. It's about letting go of discomfort that's holding you back. Even a half-size change in your waist or hip area means you need different support. And modern brands are now offering flexible, high-waist, no-pinch options designed specifically for older women. Soft, flattering, and kind to your body. Nora's story, the 5-minute change that ended years of discomfort. Let me introduce you to Nora, a retired teacher and proud grandma of 4. Nora, now 72, told us she had been secretly battling sharp waist pain and bloating for years. She blamed everything from spicy food to stress. But during a routine checkup, her nurse asked, "Have you changed your underwear style in the last 20 years?" That one question led her down a rabbit hole of discovery. She tried switching from her usual tight elastic briefs to a soft, seamless high-waist cotton blend with light tummy support. Within a week, the pain eased. She even said her bloating reduced, not from food, but from less pressure on her lower belly. Nora's story isn't rare. It's actually quite common, but rarely talked about, because so few women realize that every inch of tightness around the waist or thighs adds stress to aging organs. Signs your underwear may be too tight. Nowhere are a few red flags to watch. 4. Deep marks on your waist, hips, or legs after wearing underwear for a few hours. Constant need to adjust or pull out the fabric from your body. Feeling full or bloated more quickly after meals. Noticing more frequent trips to the bathroom, especially during the day. Irritation or numbness near the inner thigh or groin. If any of those feel familiar, take it as a gentle sign. It's time to prioritize your body's new needs with underwear that fits the real, radiant right now. You don't choose flexibility and softness, not shame. Repeat this with me. Needing a new fit is not failure. It's maturity. It's evolution. It's intelligence. Stretchy seams, wide waistbands, gentle coverage. These are not old lady styles. They're smart choices for modern women who have nothing left to prove except themselves. So, the next time you're shopping or organizing your drawer, ask, is this underwear designed for the woman I am today or the girl I used to be? If you've ever had to secretly unbutton your pants just to breathe easier at home, comment the number 2 below. No judgment, just sisterhood and wisdom shared among us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your moment. Be part of the growing family here at Wellness for Modern Seniors, where your comfort matters. My modern and unstoppable seniors. Let's move deeper into something many women overlook. How underwear design affects hygiene and health after 60. It's not just about the look or the feel. It's about keeping your most delicate areas protected, especially as your body naturally changes with age. Mistake number 3. Ignoring breathability and moisture control. Here's a fact too. Many brands don't talk about, as estrogen levels drop after menopause, vaginal tissue becomes thinner, drier, and more prone to irritation or infection. That means what worked in our 30s or 40s, laced thongs, synthetic blends, or tight-shaping underwear can now trap heat, moisture, and bacteria, making us far more vulnerable to yeast infections, urinary tract infections, UTI is vaginal, itching, or burning, and even odor that makes us self-conscious. We need now is underwear that supports cleanliness and airflow, not restricts it. Design matters. One-layer cotton gussets are not optional. Let's get specific. If your underwear doesn't have a full, breathable cotton gusset, that's the inner lining where the fabric touches your most intimate area. It's time to make a change. A simple rule of thumb, if it feels like plastic or satin down there, throw it out. Cotton is your best friend. But not just any cotton. Look for 100% organic cotton gussets, not just cotton blends, moisture-wicking options, especially if you live in warm climates or experience night sweats, no extra padding. Or layers that trap moisture also. Avoid underwear with built-in odor control chemicals or fragrance additives. Those can cause irritation or allergic reactions, especially to already sensitive postmenopausal skin. Teresa's truth: when style came before sanity. Let me share a real story from one of our community members. Teresa, age 68. She loved looking stylish and elegant, always matching her sets and feeling put together. But she started noticing a recurring itch that wouldn't go away. After trying creams and medications, her gynecologist simply asked, "What kind of underwear are you wearing every day?" Turns out, her beautiful sets were made entirely of polyester. Blends with no cotton gusset. Stylish, yes, but completely suffocating for her changing needs. Once she swapped 2 breathable cotton underwear designed for mature women, the symptoms vanished within weeks. Her response? "I wish someone had told me this wasn't about giving up beauty. It was about choosing myself." The dangerous myth. I don't need to worry about that anymore. Too many women over 60 think, "I'm past the age of infections. I'm not sexually active, so hygiene down there isn't as big a deal." But that's where the risk lies. Older women are more likely to get undiagnosed. UT is chronic itching or bacterial imbalance, not because they're careless, but because their bodies aren't being properly supported. Hygiene isn't about appearance, it's about comfort, confidence, and health. And the first layer of that support, your underwear. Quick, hygiene-friendly underwear checklist for women over 60 next time you're shopping. Ask yourself, does this have a cotton gusset for airflow? Is it free from harsh dyes or perfumes? Does the fabric wick moisture? Or does it trap it? Is it easy to wash and dry thoroughly, no extra padding or stuffing? Will this let my body breathe, not sweat? If the answer to any of those is no, it's time to let it go. Drop a comment below with the word fresh if you've ever noticed a difference in how your body feels when you switch to cotton underwear. It's more common than you think. And you're not alone. And don't forget to like this video if these tips are helping you reclaim comfort in a quiet, powerful way. My modern and unstoppable seniors, let's talk about a common but often invisible mistake: wearing underwear that doesn't fit properly, whether it's too tight or too loose. It may not seem like a big deal, but the truth is, fit is more than just fashion. It's function, circulation, and hygiene. Mistake number 4. Choosing the wrong fit for your body's current needs. Bodies change, sometimes gradually, sometimes all at once. After 60, it's completely natural for your waistline to shift skin, to lose elasticity, or even for your pelvic muscles to weaken. But here's the trap many older women fall into. They keep buying underwear in the same size and cut they wore 10 years ago, out of habit, out of loyalty to a brand, out of reluctance to face the fact that their body deserves a new kind of comfort. But let's break this down. Tight underwear. The silent saboteur. Wearing underwear that's too tight can cause more damage than most women realize. It can cut off circulation, especially around the thighs and lower abdomen, cause friction burns or red marks on delicate skin, aggravate existing issues like hemorrhoids, varicose veins, or post-surgical scars, increase moisture and heat in the groin area, boosting your risk of infections. And perhaps most frustrating of all, tight underwear can dig into your skin, leaving behind lines, welts, or irritation that linger for hours. That's not beauty, that's discomfort disguised as discipline. Loose underwear, the unsupportive companion. Now, let's flip it. Wearing underwear that's too loose might seem like a safer option, but it comes with its own quiet hazards. Loose underwear moves around too much, causing chafing. Doesn't hold a liner or pad securely if you use one for light bladder leaks. Bunches under clothing, making you feel awkward or constantly adjusting. And worst of all, it may fail to protect your intimate area from external irritants or bacteria. Comfort doesn't mean shapeless. Your underwear should move with you, not against you or away from you. Grace's wake up call: the fit that changed everything. Let's talk about Grace. She's 73 and lives alone in a quiet town. She told us that for years, she kept wearing her favorite briefs, even though she had to tug at them constantly, where they left red marks around. Her legs, she didn't want to waste money on new ones. But eventually, after a rash that wouldn't go away, she booked a visit to her nurse practitioner. The verdict? Her underwear was irritating her skin and blocking airflow. She finally gave herself permission to buy a fresh set of Hyries, wide waistband cotton briefs that actually fit her frame. Her exact words, "I didn't realize how tense I'd been until I stopped being uncomfortable down there." That's the power of finding the right fit, not vanity, vitality. How to find your best fit starting today. You haven't measured yourself in the last year? Now is the time. Here's what to do. Measure around your waist and hips. Don't guess. Try on different styles. Briefs, bikinis, boy shorts, high-waisted. Every body is different. Avoid anything with narrow, elastic bands that leave impressions. Choose underwear with soft stretch edges or wider coverage if you're prone to leaks or shifting. And always move around in them. Sit, stand, bend. See how they feel in motion, not just in the mirror, because underwear should support your lifestyle, not hold it back. If you've recently upgraded your underwear size or style and felt the difference, comment the word freedom below, because that's what proper fit really gives us after 60. And don't forget to hit like if these tips are helping you feel seen and supported, because you absolutely deserve that every single day. My modern and unstoppable seniors, let's get real about something many women don't think about often, or maybe don't want to think about at all, and that's this. How long have you had your oldest pair of underwear? If the answer is, I can't remember, you're definitely not alone. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Holding on to old underwear for too long can quietly harm your health. Mistake number 5, holding on to underwear that's past its prime. We form attachments to certain pairs. They're comfy, they've been with us through thick and thin, and maybe we just haven't found anything better. But over time, even the best-made underwear wears out in ways we can't always see clearly. The elastic weakens, leading to a poor fit, and chafing the fabric thins, no longer offering the coverage or protection we need, and even after washing, microbes like bacteria and fungi can remain embedded deep in the fibers, especially after illness or infection. Recent study found that up to 83% of underwear tested contain traces of bacteria even after being washed in warm water. Over time, this creates a higher risk for skin irritation, UTIs, and yeast infections, especially for women over 60, whose skin and immune systems are more sensitive. What worn out really looks like kits, not just holes or stretched out waistbands that signal it's time to say goodbye. Look for fabric that feels rougher or thinner than it used to, seams that have started to unravel, a fit that doesn't hug your body the way it once did. And yes, even underwear that just makes you feel off or less confident when you put it on your body deserves better than a pair that's just barely hanging on. Why some women struggle to let go, many older women say, but they're still technically wearable. I only wear them around the house. They're my emergency backup pairs, or the big one. I hate shopping for new ones. But here's a perspective shift. Replacing your underwear regularly isn't wasteful, it's wellness. It's choosing daily comfort over silent discomfort. It's making the small but meaningful decision to treat your body with quiet respect. Sandra's story. The drawer clean-out that changed herself. Sandra, 66, told us she had underwear in her drawer that dated back over a decade. Some pairs had fraying lace, faded prints, and one even had a tiny hole, but she kept them out of habit, out of guilt. Until one day her granddaughter came to visit, helped her reorganize, and gently asked, "Would you let me wear these?" That question hit her like a bolt of lightning. She laughed, then she cried. And then they made a date to go buy new ones together. Now, Sandra says every time she opens her drawer, she feels renewed, not resigned. And her confidence, it quietly bloomed, all because of a simple, private act of self-care. How often should you replace your underwear? Experts generally recommend replacing your everyday underwear every 6 to 12 months, or, at the very least, doing a seasonal check and tossing anything that's lost its shape, softness, or support. Consider donating unopened packs you no longer want, and responsibly discarding used pairs when they've reached their limit. Pro tip: buy a few pairs every couple of months instead of overhauling your whole drawer at once. It feels lighter, easier, and keeps your rotation fresh. If you're ready to do a little drawer detox, comment the word refresh below, because that's exactly what this step is about. A refresh for your body, your mind, and your self-respect. And if you're finding this series helpful, make sure you tap that like button and subscribe so we can keep growing our community of strong, smart, and beautifully unstoppable seniors. My modern and unstoppable seniors. Sometimes we women get so used to powering through discomfort that we stop listening to the whispers our bodies send us. But when it comes to your underwear and what's happening in the most sensitive part of your body, those little signs aren't just random, they're signals. Mistake number 6, ignoring mild irritation. Itching or discharge, you might notice some occasional itching. A bit of discharge, maybe even a slight burning sensation or redness. And you might brush it off by saying, "It's just dry skin. That's normal for my age. It'll go away on its own." But here's the truth. Those symptoms are not just a part of aging. They're often the early warning signs of a yeast infection, bacterial vaginosis, urinary tract infections, contact dermatitis from fabrics, laundry products or dyes, or hormonal changes related to postmenopause. And when we ignore them, we miss the chance to treat them early before they become bigger problems. Why older women are more vulnerable after 60. Several natural changes in your body increase your risk of infections and irritation. Your vaginal pH shifts, making it easier for bacteria and yeast to grow. Skin becomes thinner and more sensitive, especially around the vulva. Estrogen levels drop, leading to dryness, which makes skin more prone to micro tears. The immune system slows down, reducing how quickly your body fights off irritations, so even a small issue can spiral, unless you're paying close attention. Brenda's story, the quiet infection that changed everything. Brenda, 70, began experiencing light itching and assumed it was just her detergent. She didn't feel sick, and there was no major odor, so she kept going. Weeks passed, then months. The itch got worse. When she finally visited her gynecologist, she learned she had a chronic yeast infection that had created ongoing inflammation. It was treatable, yes, but it would have been much simpler if she had listened to her body earlier. Now, Brenda says she's more attuned to how she feels, and she no longer considers her comfort optional. What to watch for and what to be on the lookout for: persistent itching, unusual discharge, thick, smelly, or colored redness, swelling, or burning pain during urination, a lingering sense of discomfort or not feeling right. If any of those symptoms pop up, don't self-diagnose or wait it out too long. Talk to a trusted doctor or nurse. Most of these conditions are common and very treatable. And always be kind to yourself. Seeking care isn't weakness, it's wisdom. How underwear plays a role, believe it or not. Your underwear can either soothe or aggravate these symptoms. Cotton underwear allows airflow and reduces moisture. Detergents are gentler on sensitive skin, and rotating clean pairs daily helps avoid reintroducing bacteria. If you've ever ignored a little discomfort, only to realize later it was something bigger, comment "I hear my body now" below. Your story might help another woman feel less alone and more empowered. You deserve to feel calm, clean, and confident every single day. My modern and unstoppable seniors, let's talk about something many of us have wrestled with: the balance between looking good and feeling good. For years, many women have been told that style means sacrifice, that you must endure discomfort to look put together. But as we age, comfort should become your #1 priority, especially when it comes to underwear. Mistake number 7, choosing style over comfort. Wearing tight, high-cut, or heavily structured underwear might seem like a way to feel confident and keep your clothes fitting right. But those styles often cause unnecessary pressure on sensitive skin, chafing, and friction, especially on thin, delicate skin, poor blood circulation in the pelvic area, heat, and moisture buildup that invites irritation. True confidence comes from feeling comfortable in your skin. You don't have to sacrifice looking nice to feel comfortable. Many brands now offer underwear that's both stylish and designed with the needs of older women in mind. Soft, breathable fabrics, gentle waistbands, and cuts that don't dig in. Switching to these kinds of underwear can improve your skin's health, reduce daily discomfort, help you move freely and confidently all day long. Marie's Discovery. Marie, 65, loved the look of her lacy, tight-fitting underwear, but found herself constantly adjusting, feeling itchy, and even experiencing rashes. She hesitated to change because she thought comfort was boring. After switching to seamless cotton underwear with a soft waistband, Marie says she felt like a new woman, more relaxed, more energized, and even more confident in how she carried herself. How to choose the right underwear for you. Here are a few tips to help you pick underwear that honors your body. Choose 100% breathable cotton or natural fibers. Look for wide, soft waistbands that don't pinch or leave marks. Avoid heavy lace or synthetic blends that trap moisture. Consider full coverage styles that protect sensitive skin. Don't be afraid to try brands that focus on comfort for mature women, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Small changes to your underwear routine can create big improvements in your health and happiness. From choosing the right fabric to listening to your body's signals, every step is a way of loving yourself better. You deserve underwear that supports your well-being, not undermines it. Thank you for spending time here today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Wellness for Modern Seniors. Because caring for yourself is the first step to living your best life after 60. Drop a comment below telling me which mistake surprised you the most, or share your own underwear wisdom. Your stories inspire others. Take care, stay comfortable, and keep being unstoppable.